Right, Shalom. Um, First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim Rakakwadash. And I found this article on Blacklisted News. Russia says new world order being formed. Russia Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov declared today that Western liberal society is dying and that the New World Order is taking its place. Lavrov made comments at his annual meeting with students and professors at the Foreign Ministry's Diplomatic Academy, reported Russia State's news agency TASS, or TASS. The Western liberal model of development, which is particularly I cannot pronounce that, and partial loss of national sovereignty. This is what our Western colleagues aimed at when they invented what they called globalization and losing attractiveness, and there's no more. You can see that Esau, even though over there in Russia is inhabited, he spreaded his fornication to all of these other nations, is losing his attractiveness now. It is no longer being viewed as a perfect model for all. Moreover, many people in the Western countries are skeptical about it, Lavrov said. According to him, global development is guided by processes aimed to boosting multipolarity and what we called a polycentric world order. Clearly, polarity is emerged of new centers of power in every way requires efforts in maintaining global stability and search of a balance of interests and compromises. So diplomacy should play a leading role here, Lavrov went on to say, particularly because there are a lot of issues that require generally acceptable solutions. These include regional conflicts, international terrorism, food security, environmental protection. This is why we believe that diplomacy can help make agreements, reach sustainable decisions that will accept by all. The U.S. and its allies to impose their approaches on others. Now you can see that. Lavrov noted that they are guided by clear desire to preserve the centuries long dominance in global affairs. Although from the economic financial standpoint, the U.S. alone and its allies can no longer resolve all global economic and political issues, he said. In order to preserve their dominance and recover their indisputable authority, they use blackmail and pressure. Now these other nations are seeing America's Babylon schemes. They don't hesitate to blatantly interfere in affairs in sovereignty states. So I want to make this short. I got a scripture here. Mark chapter 3 verse 23. And he called unto them and said unto them parables. How can Satan cast out Satan? If a kingdom be divided against itself, the kingdom cannot stand. And if the house be divided against itself, the house cannot stand. If Satan rise up against Satan, and be divided, he cannot stand, but hath an end. So that Russia is controlled by Esau anyways, but you can tell that they're against Babylon, and these devils, they're telling on each other, in that new world order, all the Akim, we know that they're gonna try to push this RFID chip, the mark of the beast, as it says in Revelations. Let's see, Revelations 14th chapter. Yeah. The third angel followed them, saying, "With a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image and receive the mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and the presence of the Lamb." So you know that these are going to try to push this the Arafat Egypt, the mark of the beast, when they push this new world order. See, Russia can tell that America's falling, by both, you know, through the country itself, and by their financial standpoints. You can see the dollar dropping. You know, they're soon to push this thing. You can see it in these 5G antennas being set up by the schools everywhere where these big cities are. You can get a 5G antenna, and well, that's all. That's all. All right. First and foremost, I want to give our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shai, and Shalom, and